Yeah, big hello and good evening and welcome to the 27th edition of Trendz Talks. If you're new on Trendz Talks and wondering what we are doing here, you can always refer to our purpose video on YouTube. I also recommend you to go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Trendz Talks. I'm doing this just to save on time and straight away head on to our session today. We have Pavan Prakash Badlani, who is a graphologist. He's been involved for 11 years and been working for different clienteles across various countries, be it in multinationals, media houses, fashion icons, celebrities, sports icons, and just to name a few. And he's also been contributing on graphology on one of the lifestyle media blog regularly, and he also comes on uh, an Airtel DTH channel. And he is also an analyst, signature and handwriting analyst, to top it up. So today is going to talk about mindset, how to build your mindset for the coming year, and we can hear from him. So I hand it over to Pawan to take us ahead. So it's all yours, Pawan.
Surely. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Krishnaraj. Thank you so much for giving me this kind invitation to be here on Trends Talk today. So today we are going to talk about something that's very, very interesting as to how do you build a strong mindset for 2021. Now, more often than not, we must have realized throughout this entire year of 2020 how crazy it was for each and every single one of us, especially when it comes to our mental health, our personal growth, our professional growth as well. We were feeling locked up in this particular lockdown situation as well. But now, since the new year has come, it's time to take on new practices. It's time to build on a new mindset. It's time to take up new responsibilities so that we keep growing ahead. Okay. So we are going to talk about how do you build a strong mindset for 2021. I'm going to keep it very simple, very easy for you to understand. Simple exercises which can help you to grow in this particular year. Firstly, I would like to thank each and every single one of you for being here today. You could have been doing anything else at all, but you chose to be here and to learn about this particular interesting topic about how do you build a strong mindset for 2021. So thank you so much for that. Now, before we go ahead, I would just like to give a small introduction about myself. My name is Pavan Badlani. I'm a motivational speaker and author of 40 books, an international NLP practitioner, and an international graphology expert as well. I have been in this particular space for the past 11 years, now worked with over 10,000 people. A couple of clients that I've worked with is India TV, Mumbai Monorail, the Times of India, Ernst& Young, Ogilvy, the Road Track Club. So currently I'm the president of the Road Track Club of Bombay Powai. So I have spoken at several clubs as well in terms of handwriting and signature analysis and personal development as well. A couple of other clients that I've worked with is Deloitte. My work has been featured in Your Story, Entrepreneur India. I have a television show as well as a handwriting and signature analyst, which airs on Astrovani on Airtel DTH. My work has also been featured in the Shubh Yatra magazine, which is the in-flight magazine of Air India, and my show airs on Amazon Fire Stick as well. Couple of educational clients that I've worked with is Jain College, Minipai College, Ruya, SIES, and KC College as well. A glimpse of my training sessions for handwriting and signature analysis and personal development. Okay, and something even more special was that back in 2019 on the September 15th, I was invited for a special radio chat session for handwriting and signature analysis and personality development on All India Radio on FM radio. Right, it was hosted by Anish Digge and RJ Ashna. Okay, now who is this particular training for? It's for parents, executives, entrepreneurs, trainers, coaches, experts, HR professionals, consultants. It's basically for anyone and everyone who would love to grow themselves in this upcoming year right now, who want to take up their commitments more seriously in 2021. So, just to know you a little bit more personally, if you can please share in the chat box Which category do you fall under? Are you a parent? Are you an executive? Are you an entrepreneur? Are you a trainer? Are you a coach, an expert, HR professional, or consultant? If you can just share in the chat box which category do you fall in so that I can know a little bit more about you. So just type it down in the chat box. Are you a parent? Are you an executive? Are you an entrepreneur? Are you a trainer, coach, expert, HR professional, or consultant? Just put it up in the chat box. Okay. Consultant. All right. Okay. What about the rest? Which category do you fall under? Okay. Just okay. Rest of the participants, please put yourselves on mute. Just keep yourselves on mute. That will be great. Okay, just put it up in the chat box for the ones who are just joining in. That which category do you fall under? Are you a parent, executive, entrepreneur, trainer, coach, expert, HR professional, or consultant? All right. Okay, great. Now, going ahead, what will we learn here today? First and foremost, we will learn about how do you set goals effectively and how do you build a strong mindset for 2021. Secondly, why our mind is destined to make us fail. Number three, 5 action steps you can take right now to achieve your goals or come closer towards your goals. Fourth thing, we will learn about the 5-second rule to achieve any goal at all. Sixth, we will learn about how do you trust your intuition instantly. And seventh, we will learn about how do you overcome your fear of failure and fear of judgment. So how many of you are excited to learn this? Just type excited in the chat box. If you're excited to learn this, just type excited in the chat box. Just put it up in the chat box if you're excited to learn this. Okay? All right, that's fantastic. Now, let me give you a very small disclaimer over here. What is this particular training not? This particular training is not a get famous overnight scheme. Secondly, it's not about getting personal and professional success instantly. This requires smart work and dedication to build your personal and corporate brand effectively. Okay? This requires a lot of consistency, a lot of effort, a lot of hard work as well, but you need to keep at it if you want to be successful in 2021. Okay. How many of you agree with that? Just type agreed in the chat box. If you agreed with that, and just type agreed in the chat box if you agree with what I just shared with you right now. Just put it up in the chat box. Okay. If you agreed with that. All right. Moving on. Now, what are the mindset hacks if you want to make 2021 awesome? How many of you want to make 2021 awesome for yourself? You want to make it amazing? Just type I in the chat box. Just type I in the chat box. Simple as it is. In the chat box, just type I in the chat box. Okay, if you want to make 2021 awesome, you want to make 2021 amazing for yourself. All right, I'm sure we all do. Now, first and foremost, we need to make a list of goals. Goals that we want to achieve, goals that are realistic, goals that are truly amazing, goals that are visionary for us, goals that we want to achieve in the short term, and goals that we want to achieve in the long term as well. It can be meditation, it can be reading books, it can be exercising more, it can be getting fitter, it can be eating the right food, it can be hitting a certain financial goal, it can be developing certain personal and professional relationships, anything at all. What I would like you to do right now is take a piece of paper and pen. Okay, take a piece of paper and pen, and I want you to write down 5 most important goals in any aspect of your life. Either it's personal, either it's professional, either it's financial, anything at all that you would like to improve about yourself. If you can take a pen and paper out right now and just put it up. Okay, let's take 2 minutes for that. Just take a pen and paper out and keep that ready. All right, Let's take 2 minutes for that. Okay. Let's take 2 minutes to understand more about what your goals are, what your priorities are, what do you wish to achieve. Going ahead, I would request everyone to please put themselves on mute at this moment. Yes, that's great. Okay. If you are writing down your goals right now, just type yes in the chat box. If you're writing down your goals right now, just type yes in the chat box. Okay, that's great. That's great. That's great. Can everyone hear me very, very clearly? If yes, just type yes in the chat box if you can hear me clearly. Okay, you can hear me right now. All right. And once you're ready with your list of goals, just type ready in the chat box if you're ready with your list of goals, whatever it is that you want to achieve. It can be one goal, two goals, three goals, five goals, whatever it is. Just type ready in the chat box once you're ready to go. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. All right, I can see Mr. Manjunath is ready. Okay, what about the rest? Are you guys ready with your list of goals? All right, for the ones who have just joined in, I have just asked everyone to write down their list of goals. 5 goals that you want to achieve. Okay, fantastic. So I can see people are ready right now. Now, is it okay? All right, just for the next 2 minutes, if any one of you or any two of you can share your list of goals with me. Okay, so I'll just pick out people at random, and if you can share your list of goals, that will be fantastic. We'll start off with Mr. Manjunath. Mr. Manjunath, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear Pavan?
Yes, I can hear you as well. If you can please share your list of goals that you
Okay.
would like to achieve.
My list of goals, I put 4 goals, which is of immediate priority for me. That's a
Okay.
dream job or a consultancy, because I am presently a freelance consultant. I want to settle full time as a consultant or get a dream job. Next is
Okay.
about my health aspect. I want to have a good health. So that's one thing. And the third point is good financial income. Good
Okay.
finance. And that's one. And the fourth one is traveling. Traveling in the sense not within. I want to explore new places around the world, going out. So travel will be my, if it is applicable, and that is my fourth goal. So these are my 4 goals.
Got it. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, now I'm going to get deeper into this in just a minute. Okay. Next up, if we can have just a moment. If we can have Saman. Saman, if you can share your list of goals. If you can just unmute yourself, switch on your camera, share your list of goals. Saman, can you hear me? Saman, can you hear me? Okay. Anybody else? Anyone? Okay. Saman is right here. Yes, Saman, can you hear me? I cannot open my camera or my mic. Okay. Not a problem. If you can share your list of goals even in the chat box, that's absolutely fine. Even if it's in the chat box, you can share it here. Okay. Meanwhile, is anybody else ready to share the list of goals? Any one person?
Pavan, is it? I just joined, but if I am allowed to do that?
Yeah, sure. Definitely, Sachin.
Yeah, hi. So
Definitely.
my name is Sachin, and the list of goals which I have listed down few of them. The one I want to free from the financial burden, that's a home loan,
Okay.
and the second is want to start a second income,
Okay.
and third is want to buy my own second home,
Okay.
and third as in happy family with a good health.
Okay. Got it.
And
Got it.
fifth, I want to see my son on the top of the chart of the exams results wherever he's growing up.
Okay. Awesome. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. I'll get down to details in just a minute. Okay.
Sure, thanks.
All right. Great. So next, Taman has also shared her list over here. She said good mental health, better eating and sleeping habits, wants to balance her professional and personal life. All right. Fantastic. So I'm sure everyone is ready with their list of goals. Now let's get deeper into this particular science of goal setting and of actually achieving our goals right now. All right, let's get on to the next part. Now, what I want you to do, all right, is think and type about that one goal that is the most important one to you in 2021. I would request everyone to please put themselves on mute, please.
ये माइक का मैसेज आया
Hello.
मैसेज आला रे समझ
Just one second. I'm so sorry. Please, all right.
170
If any, please put yourselves on mute. I request you, the participants who are there. Okay. All right, that's great. Thank you so much. So now what I would like you to do is think and type about that one goal that is the most important one to you in 2021. All right, just think about that one goal that is the most important one to you in 2021. And more importantly, I want you to get really specific, which means that if you have a certain financial goal that you would like to achieve, I would like you to think about what is that exact number that you want to achieve. Secondly, by when do you want to achieve that particular goal? Let's say you have a financial goal that you want to earn 1 lakh rupees every single month. Okay. Now, if you feel within the next 6 months, you will be able to achieve that particular goal. All right. So what you can probably do, you can say that I am going to achieve my goal of earning 1 lakh rupees by 23rd of June 2021, 12 p.m. See, you're getting really specific over here. Secondly, when you talk about you want to be physically very fit as well, right? So what is the ideal picturization that you see when you think about being at your ideal weight? Just saying that I want to get back to my ideal weight or get back to the best of my physical health is a little broad at the moment. But if you say that I want to be fit, I want to be strong, I want to be the goal weight of 70 kgs and I can lift 12 kgs of barbells, right? That gets really specific as well. Let's say you want to improve relationships also. So whom do you want to improve your relationships with? Next, I also heard about clearing out some kind of debt, some kind of home loan. So think and write about what is that particular amount, by when do you want to clear it, and what are the strategies you can think about. All right. So I want you to type it out in the chat box. What is that one goal that is most important one to you in 2021, and get really specific about it on the count of three. 1, 2, 3, and type it out right now. Just put it up in the chat box. Get really specific. Okay. When you talk about health, okay. Get really specific. One goal that you want to achieve in 2021. Don't pressurize yourself too much with way too many goals also, because at the end of the day, if you don't end up achieving them, you'll end up blaming yourself as to why I couldn't do it. Okay, better mental health with good sleeping and eating habits. Okay, Just put it up in the chat box. What is that one particular goal that's most important one to you? Okay. Mr. Krishnath says health. Someone says better mental health with good sleeping and eating habits. Okay, and this is the exercise for each and every single one of you. Earn 1 lakh rupees per month by 7th of September 2021 9 a.m. Now that's really, really specific, and that's great. That gives you more focus, that's more direction. Okay, become a spiritual healer and a tarot card reader. That's fantastic too, right? Also think about how many lives do you want to impact in this year as well. If you have that particular goal, your mind will start working in that particular direction as well. Okay, so this is for every single one of you. Think of and type out that one most important goal that you want to achieve in 2021 and become really, really specific. So far, so good, guys. If yes, just type yes in the chat box. If it's so far, so good for you. Okay, and I would love for everyone to interact in the chat box. Just type yes in the chat box. If it's so far, so good for you. Okay. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. All right. Next up. Now, this particular mindset is there that our mind is designed to protect us, to make us survive, but not to make us happy. This is a very, very popular insight, very, very popular thought process, which has been shared by Mel Robbins, who's a very, very popular American motivational speaker as well. So what she basically says that our mind is designed to protect us, to make us survive, and not to make us happy. Just imagine that whenever you decide that you want to try out something new, you will always feel uncomfortable. Your mind will always put you in a state of self-doubt, whether you can do something or you can't do something. Your mind will always tell you that you sleep for 5 more minutes the time that you think about going for a run in the morning. Your mind will always trick you into thinking about the fact that you should have that one more piece of cake when you really, really want to diet. Your mind will always trick you into thinking about, let's check that one more social media notification before I go to sleep. Now, why does our mind do that? Because it's designed to protect us. Okay, it is always designed to keep us in a very, very safe, very, very comfortable environment. The real growth always happens in a state of discomfort. Whenever it is that you don't feel like working out, but you actually go ahead and work out, you just push yourself. No matter you plan it out or it is unplanned, you get an impulse, you get an intuition, no, I should go ahead and work out. You will complete that workout, you will end up feeling so much more happier, and you will thank yourself that yes, I took the right decision, I was on the right track, I actually feel really, really good. How many of you have been through similar kinds of experiences? Just type yes in the chat box if you have been through similar kinds of experiences. When you have learned to push yourself, okay, when you have learned to push yourself beyond the ordinary, beyond what normally people say, and then you actually experienced more and more success in your life, in spite of the failures, in spite of your mind always tricking you. Okay, if you have experienced that, just type yes in the chat box. That whenever you've also gone against the mind, you have seen success. All right. So the entire idea here is to always come out of your comfort zone. Okay, always come out of your comfort zone and be more powerful. Step into it. Okay, just step into it and do the task, no matter how tough it may seem. Okay, now couple of mindset shifts I would like you to make right now. Okay, couple of mindset shifts I would like you to make right now to have a happier 2021. First and foremost, choose authenticity. Instagram versus reality. We all know that we aspire to be like the most successful people on Instagram. We aspire to reach a certain level of success that is shown on social media. But here's what we don't realize, that things are not always what it seems. Okay, it's not always as it is as what it seems. So you should always be authentic with yourself and with the world as well. We all celebrate success. We all celebrate a promotion. We all celebrate an achievement, but we never discuss failures. Isn't it right? How many of you agree with that? Just type I in the chat box. If you agree with what I've just shared with you, that we never discuss failures, we always want to discuss success. We always want to discuss all the achievements in the world. But the moment you discuss your failures, the moment you discuss your drawbacks, the moment you discuss the lessons that you have learned from those failures, people instantly relate with you. How many of you agree with that? Just type I in the chat box. Okay, how many of you agree with that? When people understand that you have learned the meaning of failure, when you have learned the meaning of falling down, that is when people learn from you. They don't just learn from your success, because success is a terrible teacher. Okay, success is a terrible teacher, but failure is your best mentor. Success is a terrible teacher, but failure is your best mentor, because you will learn what you should not do. And the whole idea here is that I'm not giving you a foolproof plan that you will not fail. Okay, I'm not giving you a foolproof plan that you will not fail. You will fail. And that's mandatory for you to learn, for you to grow. In spite of trying your level best, you will fail at times. But from that particular state of mind, when you pick yourself up and you still keep moving forward and you say, no, I got to try one more time, 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 that builds up consistency. That is something which always builds up consistency. And that is how we can become our most authentic selves in 2021. How many of you find this particular kind of mindset awesome? Just type awesome in the chat box. If you find this mindset to be awesome, just type awesome in the chat box. That we don't need to always aspire to views, to likes, to shares, to comments. We just need to be our real self. Okay? If you think that this particular mindset is awesome, just type awesome in the chat box. Now, second mindset that you need to make is that make financial growth a priority. A lot of people have always said this, that money doesn't buy happiness. That money, just going after money can get you nowhere. How many of you have heard these kind of statements? Just type I in the chat box. Just type I in the chat box, that money doesn't buy happiness, that you should not only go after money, or you're becoming too money minded. Okay, just type I in the chat box if you've heard this. Now, I want you to make financial growth a priority. Why? It's very, very important that you pay yourself first. That's number one. Second most important thing, if you want to figure out revenue streams, you must do it right now, because especially in the year 2020, we have learned how important our finances are to us. For the very first time, we have realized its value. So many people have lost jobs, so many people have lost opportunities, but they have tried out some new methods. They have started freelancing, built up their own companies, started partnering with people, started networking, creating virtual setups, creating virtual companies, and made financial growth a priority. Because your money, right? If you get your money right, you can get all the other things right as well in your life. Your emotions are so strong when it comes to finances. When you say, I have a lot of money, I have abundance, I have everything in my life, That's a different mindset. That's a different tonality. That's a different gesture. That's a different posture. But when you say I'm struggling with money and things are really not working out for me, it's so hard to make money. Do you notice the change in tonality, the posture, the mindset? Right? You can always figure out a way. You can always figure out a way to make more money. So I want you to make financial growth a priority. Okay. How many of you are going to make financial growth a priority? Just type FG in the chat box. Just type FG in the chat box if you're going to make financial growth a priority for yourself. Money does give you options, it gives you everything. Okay. So I say chase money, and that's great. Enjoy it. All right. Okay. Fantastic. Next up, hacking happiness. Now, I completely get it now. Now that you've got your money right, you're very, very authentic by nature, you're presenting your best self. But are you truly happy? That is also very, very important, because you can be making thousands and lakhs and crores of rupees. But if internally you are not happy with your own mindset, with your own personal life, with your own self in general, all these things will not hold any kind of value or meaning for a very, very long time. How many of you agree with that? Just type I in the chat box. Just type I in the chat box. Right? Because I have seen so many people make less money and be 100 times more happier. And there are people who make 100 times more money, but not even 1% or less than 1% of them are really, really happy. So hacking happiness is very, very important. Maintaining a positive mindset is very, very important. Seeing the best in every single situation is very, very important. The whole idea is that if you are going through troubling times, it's time to take charge. If you are going through troubling times, it's time to take charge of yourself, time to take charge of the situation and do whatever it takes. Just do whatever it takes and make things happen for you. Because your life is accountable only to you. It's your complete responsibility. You are in charge of your happiness. Don't let anybody else take that control. So hack happiness, hack positivity in 2021. That's very, very important. Okay. Next time, if there's anything negative also that happens in a situation, see what is the best that you can get out of it. What is the best that you can learn from that particular situation? In positive times, definitely you are on a happy high. But when you fall down, how do you pick yourself up? That's the most important skill that you need to master in 2021. So far, so good, guys. If yes, just type yes in the chat box. If it's so far, so good for you. Okay. Next up, conscious self-growth. So we talk about motivation, vision, planning, learning, training, creativity, develop goals. Okay, if you can everybody hear me very, very clearly? If yes, just type yes in the chat box. If you can hear me clearly, just check your mic once, and I think it should be good. Just try once again. Nonetheless, if you can't hear me, you can definitely check out the recorded sessions or try exiting and entering the meeting also. Okay, yes, you can hear me now. So motivation, vision, planning, learning, goals, develop, creativity, training, learning, all these are positive words, right? But what does this lead to? This leads to self-growth. Okay, self-growth not just in terms of your personal life, but in terms of your professional life as well. And it boosts your self-esteem as well. It builds a public image as well. So personal growth is very, very important. Now, I know that any of the bad habits that we might have right now can't be ditched immediately. It never happens overnight. You need to take it step by step, step by step, step by step, slowly and steadily ditch those bad habits one by one and replace that with good habits which help you grow. Let's say if we all consume social media for 2 hours, why not we try reading for half an hour every single day? Let's say that we talk to a bunch of our friends for an hour? Why not listen to something inspirational, listen to something knowledgeable and valuable over YouTube for half an hour? It's all about replacement, right? If we love eating junk in the evening, why not replace that with a healthier meal? Even if it's just a little bit, if you start off with that, that can work, right? If we tend to feel way more tired every single time, why not start drinking more water? If your water consumption is currently 1 liter right now, can you make it another 500 ml? That you take it up to 1.5 and then to 2 and then to 3. Don't do everything all of a sudden, right? Take it step by step so that you don't overwhelm yourself. And in the same way, you learn to grow yourself. You have a stronger mindset, a strong vision. You plan out your tasks. You plan out what opportunities that you want to pick up. What are the new things that you want to learn? Either you want to read, you want to take an online course, you want to speak to someone. What kind of training do you wish to conduct, or what kind of training do you wish to receive? How will you boost your creativity? How will you develop yourself? How will you achieve your goals? So, short term goals, long term goals. Right? You all plan that out, which leads to self growth. So, authenticity, financial growth, hacking happiness, and conscious self growth. Okay, how many of you have found this awesome so far? Just type awesome in the chat box. That these are the mindset shifts that you need to make right now in 2021. Okay, just type awesome in the chat box if you found this to be awesome. Change just requires a start. That's absolutely right. Okay, now have a look at this. This is something very, very interesting that I found about happy chemicals: dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, endorphin. All right, dopamine is the reward chemical, the joy of expecting a new reward, sense of excitement, short-term pleasure, instant gratification. Where do you get that from? From being by yourself, okay? Being alone, right? Completing a specific task, eating a certain food, celebrating little wins in your life can spark dopamine in your brain. What about serotonin? Okay, the pleasure of gaining a one up position. It's the mood stabilizer. It comes from the sense of achievement or long term satisfaction, delayed gratification. What does it come from? Meditation, gratitude practices, sun exposure, contact with nature. Okay, next up is oxytocin. It's the love hormone, the comfort of social trust. Comes from instant gratification, gives feeling of trust, creates trust, relationship, and intimacy from giving or receiving hugs or gifts, giving a compliment to someone, holding hands. Endorphin, all right, the painkiller, the oblivion that masks physical pain, evolved for emergencies, response to pain and stress to alleviate anxiety and depression, comes from laughing, exercise, eating dark chocolate, watching comedy, and essential oils. Okay, so these are happy chemicals: dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, endorphin. Right? This is something which you can go ahead, screenshot, check out the recording as well. These are some additional habits and activities which you can start practicing in 2021 so that you have a happier journey of 365 days or 12 months. Sounds good, guys? If yes, just type yes in the chat box. If it sounds good so far. Okay, awesome, fantastic. Now, next up, that's great. What are the 5 action steps that you can take right now to achieve your goals or come closer to your goals? Now, this is something which I would like that it should come from you right now, because only you know how to achieve a particular goal. You already have the plan, you already have the thoughts, you already have the ideas. Probably you put it on the back burner or you put it behind your list of goals, tasks, or activities, right? As to what should I really do. And many a times there's a fear of judgment as well. Many a times there's a fear of failure as well, which we will talk about as we go ahead. But I want you to list down 5 action steps you can take right now to achieve your goals or come closer to your goals. So let's say when we talk about the easiest type of goal that we would like to achieve is fitness, right? We want to become physically fit. We want to become really, really strong. What are the 5 action steps that you can start taking right now? So let's say that if you tend to sleep a little late, let's say by 12:30, 1 o'clock, try sleeping at 11 o'clock. That's your first goal. Second goal, try waking up by 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. That's your second goal. Third action step you can take right now is try walking 5 kilometers every single day, at least for a week. All right. Fourth simple goal that you can try out is replacing junk foods, okay, with healthy food. Start creating a diet plan. Fifth, create an accountability partner who can help you grow, or get in touch with a dietitian, get in touch with a coach who can help you achieve your goals. Same way you can do it for your finances as well. So I want you to write down 5 action steps you can take right now to achieve your goals or come closer to your goals. Take 2 minutes and begin now. Okay, 5 action steps you can take right now to achieve your goals or come closer to your goals. Okay. And if you are, writing down your particular goals right now, the 5 action steps you can take to achieve that one particular goal, just type yes in the chat box if you're writing down your goals right now. 5 more minutes. Okay, sure, not a problem. Just type yes in the chat box if you have started writing your 5 action steps. Okay. All right. How many of you have started writing? Just type yes in the chat box if you started writing your 5 action steps that you would like to achieve for a particular goal that you've been wanting to execute in 2021. Okay, let me just share the screen once again. All right. All right. Have difficulty in planning for goal achievement. Okay, not a problem at all. That's absolutely fine. Any action steps that you can take right now, which is very, very simple for you to start off with, should work. So far, so good, guys. If yes, just type yes in the chat box. Okay, if it's so far so good for you all, just type yes in the chat box. All right, fantastic. Now, this helps you get really, really specific with your goals, with your thoughts, with your ideas, as well as to what do you want to achieve in your life. And you're basically creating a roadmap for yourself in this particular process. Now, another interesting thought, another interesting idea that I would like to share is about a 5-second rule to achieve any goal in your life. This is again by Mel Robbins. She says that the moment you have an impulse to act on a goal, you must push yourself to act within 5 seconds, or your brain will kill the idea. So basically, you go like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. You just push yourself. no matter what it is. Let's say that you want to go out for a run, you want to go out for an exercise session or a workout session. You just push yourself. You don't feel like going. All right, your brain is obviously going to make you more comfortable. But you just say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Just launch yourself like a rocket. Just launch yourself like a rocket, and you will be surprised. You'll be amazed to see you can achieve any goal that you want. Okay? How many of you commit? Okay, how many of you commit to try out this particular goal? Just type I in the chat box. Just type I in the chat box if you commit to trying out this particular 5-second rule to achieve any goal that you want, whether it's writing a task, whether it's writing any kind of assignment, whether it's saying yes to something in your life which is very, very important for you and it can truly help you grow. I would love for everyone to please interact in the chat box. Okay, awesome. So the 5-second rule can help you achieve any goal in your life because your mind is always going to keep you in a very comfortable state of mind, but you need to push yourself. Anytime you have a sense of inspiration as well, that I want to achieve a certain goal, go ahead, do it. You will thank yourself later. All right. Now, most importantly, when we talk about going ahead and trying out the 5-second rule as well, it's very, very important to trust our intuition. So we all know about the concept of left brain and right brain, correct? Left brain is all about logic. Right brain is all about art and creativity. It's more important to listen to your inner voice. Your inner voice always has the answer to whatever problem that you might be going through right now. You exactly know what needs to be done. But the only issue is, there is a fear of failure and fear of judgment which holds you back. How many of you agree with that? Just type agree in the chat box. You feel there's a fear of failure, fear of judgment which holds you back from achieving any goal in your life, whether it's personal, whether it's financial, whether it is in terms of relationship, whether in terms of your public image, whether in terms of growth in any aspect of your life. There is a fear of failure, fear of judgment, which tells you that what if people don't accept my idea? What if I fail? What if I go down? What if I'm called names? What if I am not perfect? There is a sense of perfectionism that we continuously chase. But let's not do that. Let's not chase perfectionism. Because the more we chase perfectionism, it's going to run like a hamster's wheel. It's going to go round and round and round and round. And you are actually going to get a sense of feeling that you're going nowhere and you're just running in circles. How many of you agree with that mindset? Just type I in the chat box. That you will constantly run in circles if you have a fear of failure and fear of judgment. Just type I in the chat box. Everyone, just type I in the chat box if you agree with this kind of mindset. Right? But I actually want you to go beyond. I simply want you to go beyond and take the next step. Take the next step to do whatever it is that you want to do. To make yourself happy in terms of your personal life, in terms of your professional life, your public life, your career, whatever it is that you want to do. Because ultimately, people are going to say something or the other, irrespective whether you're good, whether you're bad. Might as well get it done. Might as well get it done. In spite of how hard it may sound, how hard it may be, take it as a personal responsibility to get things done in your life. No matter what happens, we must never ever give up. And that is how, my friends, you will build up the strongest mindset for 2021 and for many, many years to come, which will help you grow. Thank you so much.